So Robert Kraft was talking at the NFL owner meetings, right? And he talks about Tom Brady. Now think of yourself as the backup to Tom Brady, and you hear your owner say this. Listen.
As recently as 2-3 days ago, he assured me he'd be willing to play 6-7 more years. And at the level he performed in, there's no one that would be happier than I.
Hey, Drew Brees just threw for 5,500 yards and 37 touchdowns. And LeBron James is going into his 14th year here, and he has career highs in multiple stats. So the Belichick has been very smart. They have good O-lines, proficient running games, and a lot of bubble screens. Brady can make those throws for a long time. I just saw a video of Brett Favre this weekend. He's 45. He's still got a hose. He's still got a cannon. He didn't want to get hit anymore. He didn't want to practice. But I know Drew Bledsoe, Troy Aikman. You take those guys out here at Fox in the parking lot, Troy Aikman can make all the throws. Troy Aikman can make all the throws. Troy didn't want to get hit anymore. Troy didn't want to practice anymore. But Troy Aikman today can make the throws. Tom Brady can make all these bubble screens and these all these tosses down the sideline. He can make these for the next 15 years. Jimmy Garoppolo has become the New England Patriots 2-iron. He's in the golf bag, but they never use it. Everybody plays golf. Anybody that's played golf, you ever have that one club never gets out of the bag? You hit it really well on the range. But when you get out to the golf course, I'll use my 5-wood. I'll use my 3-iron. For me, it was a 2-iron. There's just never a situation when the 2-iron feels right. That's what Garoppolo looks good in preseason. Was a pretty good fill-in for a game and a half. But if you're Garoppolo, you got to be sitting here when you hear that quote and think to yourself, maybe it's time. Like I've known broadcasters who want to replace the guy, and then the guy retires or the guy leaves and management doesn't give you the job. Don't wait for the guy to retire. If you're at NBC and waiting for Matt Lauer to retire, don't. Go to ABC, go to Fox, go to CBS, go somewhere else. That guy never retires. And the chances are the manager who says you'll get the job, he's going to leave anyway. So if you're Garoppolo, you can sit around, and don't get me wrong, it would be very hard for me to leave New England, the culture, Belichick, and Kraft. But when you hear the owner say that, my takeaway is, I probably should go. Now, there could also be this situation. Maybe New England's not all in on Garoppolo. The Packers were 100% all in on Aaron Rodgers. They let Favre go. San Francisco was 100% all in on Steve Young. They let Montana walk. Indianapolis did their scouting, was 100% all in on Andrew Luck. There is the chance that maybe New England's about 75-80% on Garoppolo. They like Jacoby Brissett, and they see Brady playing for 2 or 3 more years. And before we go any further, I've got to ask Cris Carter, let's bring him on, the Hall of Famer. I've got to ask him 2 questions today. And this is the first one I'm going to ask him. What up, CC? So Garoppolo's now become the Patriots 2-iron. He's in the bag. You never use it. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, for any other position, Chris, if you were a wide receiver, you'd be like, I got to make my catches. I got to go.
Right.
Take me to the mind of a pro athlete. I'm Garoppolo. I'm going now into my 4th year as a backup. Isn't it time to hit it?
Absolutely, but you don't control it. And, he's stuck. And this is not good news for him. When you have Kraft and you have Brady both saying that, forget about 3 to 5 years. No, 5 to 7 years. And Garoppolo can't afford to stay in New England another 3 years.
No way. These are your years.
Right, because they're not going to pay him either. I mean, they're not paying Brady an exuberant amount of money. How much do you think they're going to pay Garoppolo to be the backup? That's why I believe they're going to trade him before the draft or right after the draft if a team doesn't get the quarterback.
It should be noted, Tom would like them to trade him because Tom would love to get another draft pick and a pass rusher. So Brady probably is thinking.
Or anything. Like, Tom knows if they get a draft pick, they're going to do something with it. And Garoppolo does not help them win another Super Bowl because they don't plan on Brady being hurt.
So he's just a great athlete. He's the 2-iron in your golf club. You don't use it.
Well, I think he's better than a 2-iron. I think he's like a really good putter that a famous putter said he putted with, but no one's won any tournaments. So someone would want that putter because Jack Nicklaus said he made a few putts with it. But you personally haven't had the putter in your hand, so you don't know how it works in your hand. I think that's what Garoppolo is compared to a 2-iron. Because a 2-iron, very few people can hit a 2-iron. So why would I buy his 2-iron when I couldn't hit any other 2-irons I've ever had? But a putter, it's more friendly.